Here's your host.
Hey, welcome. I was like looking on the wrong camera. Welcome to Rise and Shine, Las Vegas.
Good morning. Nice
Good
to see
morning.
you.
Nice to see you, Mike, and thank you so much for joining me
No,
today.
thank you for having me. This is wonderful.
My brand new co-host, Mike Vegas.
Dorton.
I was gonna ask you that. How do you want to be actually addressed?
We could just do Mike Vegas. That sounds fine.
Hi, TJ. TJ is an
Hey,
amazing
TJ.
actor, by the way.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
TJ, we need to talk.
Yes, and you gotta have to be a guest too in the future here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
By the way,
Bring him on. Come on
yeah.
down, TJ.
Yes, TJ. By the way, our Thursday, we actually restructure our Rise and Shine. We're gonna be doing Thursday and Friday. I know you guys actually waiting for Chris Cook, but Chris Cook is gonna be on every Friday now since the last time that he was here. And also, welcome. I would like to welcome our brand new host on Thursdays.
Oh, thank you.
an
Mike
honor.
Vegas. Hey, thank you so much
Mike
for having me.
Dorton.
I appreciate it.
Mike Durton or Mike Vegas?
We'll do Mike Vegas. I think that's good. That's more of a like a
a
in the
Rise and
business.
Shine.
There you go.
It's more kind of like a Rise and Shine, right?
Uh-huh.
Mike Vegas. But anyways, guys, well, what's new today actually? So what's new for to you?
What's new?
Yeah.
What's new for me? Well, let's see. Still working on Rose Kingsley's show, which is
Yes.
coming up September 19th at the Summerlin Performing Arts Center.
On the
Again,
19th.
yeah, I might have a special part in that, so I'm thankful for that. So, hello to Rose and Norm Miller, her
Hi, yes, those
her
amazing
manager and
people.
husband. They are
Yeah,
amazing. She
that's
is
amazing.
fantastic. She is, she's sung for 3 sitting U.S. presidents. She's been at the White House multiple times, and she's also sung for Prince Charles in England, and she taught for 15 years at the Metropolitan Opera in New York City. So
She's amazing.
she is absolutely amazing
Yeah,
character.
amazing,
So,
and she gets
performing-
sold out seats too.
Yeah. Well, the great thing with her is she's very humble and nice, very approachable. You know how a lot of people get like
Yeah.
kind of big.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I am this already.
So although she's Vegas's newest diva, she's really, she
She's
earned the
down to
title
earth.
because of her hard work and her accomplishments. But as a person, she's very down to earth, very
I love
easy
people
to get
like
along
that.
with.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love people who actually just literally, no matter what level you reach, is you're gonna actually have your foot down and acknowledge people. So no matter what.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay humble and grounded.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell people, Michael Jordan, the great basketball player, his quote is, "It takes talent to get you to the top, but it takes character to keep you up there." So that's true, because a lot of people have the talent, but they go up there and then you see them fall. It's because they've stepped on other people's toes, or they've made wrong missteps. And so character, if you have good character, good values, then you're going to stay at the top
Yeah.
with
I
your
like
talent.
that.
So,
That's why I love this man.
and I believe that. I subscribe
Yes.
to that. So
yeah. Me too. I subscribe, and I know that is the real deal. And especially here in Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But anyway, Mike, we actually going straight. You know what? Let's actually talk a little bit about how we met.
Sure.
Yeah.
You mean
How
besides
we
in the
met.
parking lot that
How
one
I
time?
met your mother. No, have you watched
How about
that?
yeah. That's funny. It's a great show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if I watch it all, but I know that I watch here and there, and I'm like, did I watch this again?
Yeah.
Because it's just so
Well,
hilarious.
you're so busy with everything that when you're able to squeeze in TV or something, it's days turn into weeks. And I know as I'm getting busier now, it's what day of the week is it? What month is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think you're twice as busy as I am.
Oh gosh.
So it's
I woke up at 5 this morning and
Did
I'm
you?
already on the phone. No, well, not literally at 5, but some other people that working with me is on the East Coast.
Uh-huh.
So for them it's already 9 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like,
Mhm.
take this phone call right now, or you're not gonna have at Maria time after.
That's
What I mean?
Yeah.
So so I 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm already on the phone doing some business. So,
Mhm.
anyways, let's
I-
get back to how you met your mother. No, just kidding.
No.
How I met. How did we met?
We met through Dana Day, who's a local
Shout out to
excellent.
Dana.
Yeah, hi Dana.
We love you.
She's a great singer, and everyone knows her and loves her because she's one of those grounded, humble, but very talented people. So,
Yeah, she is
yeah.
literally
So
just.
she introduced me to you, and I met you in the parking lot somehow before
Yes.
the other show.
Yeah,
and that
with
was nice.
with you holding something.
What was I holding?
You're holding a bag that you don't want to show me.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was.
And then you showed it to me after, and
Well-
it's all memorabilia.
Hmm. Yeah, that was for the Aviators and for the Raiders, which
Yeah.
I'm no longer a part of. Well, I'm still auditioning part. I'm gonna find out whether I'm still taking auditions for that. But
Yes.
as far as the mascotting for the Raiders, yeah, that's no longer. But I'm still with the Aviators,
Yes.
and it's given me more time to try to uplift and bring up other up and coming artists and singers, and
Nice.
And
yeah.
help showcase
he
them.
helped a lot of people over here in town.
I try.
And
I try with the small platforms that I have, and it's
he have a good heart.
I'm grateful. Yeah.
He is amazing.
Well, thank you.
That's why he's here with us.
Well, it's thankful. I'm thankful that I could do that, but and I don't need anything or want anything from people back. So it's nice to be able to give. Because when you give, it comes back 100 times, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
That's my that's literally my mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your
Mojo.
what's your mojo every morning?
My mojo every morning.
Yes.
Well, typically I'm not a morning person per se.
Yeah, that's what he
because
said.
entertainment at nighttime, you're usually out.
Yeah.
So it depends on the week and the month of what's going on. But when I do wake up in the morning to help my wife water her plants, my wife Madison,
Hi, Maddie.
she has like 75 plants in our backyard and 20 up front. So we have this, excuse me, we have this watermelon growing in our front. If you come to our house, and because we're not having many guests, she threw some seeds down, and now we have a watermelon this big
Oh my.
on our sidewalk to go right to our front door. So it's like doubled in size every few days.
Wow.
So it's about this big. It's like a
I think
bowling
I'm gonna
ball
go
right
and
now.
I'm gonna go and steal that watermelon.
Yeah, we have cantaloupe too. If you like cantaloupe.
What is cantaloupe?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You have wow, Maddie.
Yeah, she's
But anyways, you look so
Anytime.
good today.
yeah.
We look good today.
You look wonderful today.
It's Thursday. I always look good.
You are. You do.
You know what? I normally
Uh-huh.
set my dress for the following morning at nighttime, right?
Smart. Yeah.
When I have a show the following day, and this has been a problem. So, for probably around 20 years. I don't know.
Mhm.
But my problem is, even though I set up my clothes with all the dresses that's in your closet, you still like, oh, and then your eyes like, I think this. You see, I set up my clothes based on my mood, occasion, and there's another one. I know these three: mood, occasion, and whatever is the. That's how I set up my dress. So
Mhm.
my mood last night probably different from this morning. So my point is, I changed probably 12 times before I decide which one I'm. Even though I already set up
Uh-huh.
my dress last night.
I thought most women did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because their
think
moods
so.
kind of change here and
Yeah.
there depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
Because
Robert Caceres can attest to that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure. Uh-huh.
You see, I remember. Well, normally I only change 5 times, and then at one point, and that's what makes me late too. I admit that. And then one time, I think you guys see my post one time. It says that this dress made the record because I changed 12 times, and that's the most time that I like 12 times. Like oh shucks, my mood doesn't fit it.
You know what? I think we need to get you one of those quick change outfits. And if you've never seen it before, it's what a lot of magicians use.
Oh.
So they're able to change colors
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
So
I know,
I know
right?
the secret behind it.
Oh, I think
But I won't tell you. But the quick change, there's 5 different ones. So you can wear, and if you want to change just like that, there's a special thing that you do, and it'll change colors. So maybe we need to get you a couple of those, and then if you want to change, you can change right away.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the color is very important based on your mood. I am big on that. You can stop, right? But anyways, yeah, and then the shoes, the makeup, the thing is just literally like, okay, that clothing doesn't fit that. And then when you actually misplace some of your
Mm.
accessories, then that clothing doesn't fit anymore. So you're gonna go another one.
I have to be honest and say I'm glad I'm a man because I don't have to go through that. The worst
So
we
I
do
should
is
be a
have to
man.
change our watch or a ring or something, but really it's pretty
And
simple.
shoes, right?
And shoes.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So
Speaking
that's.
of shoes, I see you have beautiful shoes today.
I
Look at
know.
those.
I love my
Look at
shoes.
these.
You
Fancy.
see, I
Are
I
these Prada? They look like Prada. They're
yeah, they're
beautiful.
Prada.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's Prada, right?
Wow. Ooh. Wow.
But
Social media diva here wearing Prada.
but anyways, okay, so let's go to our first part of the thing, local lowdown.
Local lowdown.
What do you have? Do you have any? I think I
John.
want to talk about
Yeah. Well, there's a
Cuomo.
lot of different.
You know, governor or
Okay, now Cuomo, Robert is the expert on that. He knows everything that's going on.
oh,
So,
so
yeah.
I think we're gonna skip local lowdown till later.
Okay, is that
yeah.
the local lowdown of? I'm new to the show, so with
news.
with
Any news?
news. Well, there's lots of local news going
Wow,
on
what-
here.
okay,
I
give
mean
me one.
everything from. Well, let's see. You mean it? Well, there's business. There's gambling. Like someone won $1.5 million at the
Wow.
Venetian on the slot
When?
machine the Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, for at the Venetian for the Wheel of Fortune slot machine.
Wow.
And so they're having their 25th anniversary of the Wheel of Fortune, and someone hit $1.5 million. It was a $5 bet. So you know how you have the 5 different lines? It's like $1 per line. They did all 5 lines.
I don't
Maximum
put
bet.
money in the machine.
$1.5 million. Hey, that's And the guy says he wants to pay off his house, and he wants to buy his wife a car. So he said all the right things. So
That's good.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah.
So I should start gambling.
No, I wouldn't. Especially here, like I would come from Hawaii and 3 times a year and come and play slots and things. But as I've gotten older, and when you have a mortgage and you have other things and you want to retire someday,
Yeah.
you just do the smarter thing. So the gambling, maybe once in a while, not very much money.
Yep.
But you kind of miss the comps because the comps used to come all the time. So every time I would
They
fly
don't have that much
from
anymore.
Hawaii. Oh, right now after post-pandemic,
Pandemic,
no, they're not giving away very much, and then no buffets. Before it was a lot of hotel room stays, and it was buffets and things like that. But right now it's but at least there's still free parking at a few places.
Oh yeah, you know that's the change. Something is they used to have free parking and then they start charging and now they went back to free parking.
Yeah, well, it's the same with resort fees. Some of them had pulled back the resort
They
fees
did?
because they know, because a lot of the locals are like, well, why do a staycation where I can go and park for free and go, to stay in a nice place? And then when the past couple of years, when all the resort fees and all the parking fees, and it just became where you're paying like $150 to stay when you can just stay in your house. So a
Yeah.
lot of people kind of pulled
Pulled
back
back.
from that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
But now there's still
Do you know what hotels are pulled back?
who pulled. Well, there's still. I know that there's still free parking. Like Bellagio has 3 hours, I think, of free parking.
Oh,
The
3 hours is good.
the Flamingo is still free parking, but places like
Did they ever charge before?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, anywhere it's $9 to $15 for up to 10 hours or so, or $5 to $6 an hour, depending on where you go. But there's a few properties here now when it's still free to park there, which is good.
You know what funny was MGM, although they charged before the pandemic, they charged for non-local.
Uh-huh.
But as long as you have a Nevada driver's license,
Right.
you get it free.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that. I used to go out there.
Well, let's hope they keep doing that because MGM, as you know, sold their properties. They didn't sell the land. This was last week or the week before, but they've sold a lot of the properties, and actually it was a subsidiary of Caesars that bought that. So they
Oh.
still own the land beneath,
Really?
but the property, so it's owned by Caesars now. So you know how it's always
Oh.
been Caesars
MGM.
and MGM. Yeah, now it's leaning more towards Caesars. So we'll
Mm.
we'll see what happens. But
Wow.
that's huge news here. That's going to make a lot of different changes. I
Yeah.
hope that Caesars is going to continue to put in, even though we're still kind of on the end of this pandemic. Hopefully, the very end, as more and people get vaccinated. That's another topic.
Yeah.
But they can continue to open up and give more venues to our friends, a lot of the local singers and entertainers.
Yes.
We want more shows,
Mm-hmm.
and the shows are
We
more
want, and
reasonable.
we want more people who's watching.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. We want the tourists to come in. I remember just driving in here and seeing all these. I must have seen 5 Spirit Airlines coming in. All the people coming into Vegas and Frontier and
Oh
United
yeah, yeah. That
Airlines.
when you
Yeah.
get to our studio, you're passing through the run. What do you call that? Runway? No,
Uh,
what do you call that? That where they land, the airplanes where they land. Runway? No.
The runway.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a runway,
yes, yes,
right?
the runway.
I was thinking about fashion runway.
Yeah,
That's
hey,
different.
just don't walk out there in your nice dress and walk down the runway, okay?
But anyway, yeah. So yeah, you go through that and you see all these airplanes actually stuck up in the sky,
Mhm.
and I always count it. I said 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is this why you're driving too? No.
Yeah, when I'm driving too, I'm
I
like,
do. Yeah. When,
So-
when I come down here sometimes at the car show on Saturdays, I'll drive my car. I have a convertible. I'll drive it back and I'll try to race the airplanes that are taking off.
thinking of,
It's
oh my
kinda-
God,
yeah,
that
yeah,
is
it's kinda
amazing. I
neat.
think I cannot do that.
Yeah.
I wanna
Pretend,
do that, but-
pretend I'm in Top Gun the movie. You
Yeah.
know. Except not a motorcycle. I'm in a car and I'm just driving
Yeah,
along.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, Mike, how hot is it?
How
do you
hot is
think?
it? Well, it's pretty cool in here. I'm thankful you have the fan on today. So
Yes,
it's feeling
we
pretty
had
good.
we had the.
But how hot is it?
Yeah, how hot
You know-
is it? We're gonna actually, we are going to guess.
We're gonna guess how hot it's gonna be today.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So let's. Oh, I'm not gonna look. Yeah.
You're not
So-
gonna look at no
So
cheating.
no cheating. I think I'm gonna go with 96.
96. Oh, hey, that would be a actually pretty good day here. I'm gonna say 105.
105.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Robert,
thinking.
do you wanna guess?
106.
105, 106. No,
Ooh.
no going over. Whoever go over will be disqualified. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready to leave. No. That's,
So where do we see? Look,
You're quite a bit off, I think, Maria.
what is it? Do you have it?
No, I think it's 106. Next week.
Robert over here. Yeah.
Yeah, Robert will
Retired
be.
pilot.
Yeah, will be
He
on
knows.
that.
I think it's built into his blood. He was an airline pilot
Yeah.
for decades and decades, and so he probably can do one of these things,
Oh.
and know what temperature it is. So
This is
Yeah.
this is hilarious, guys.
survey says.
It says 77.
Oh yeah.
No,
it is.
that's not right.
It's because it's in Hawaii.
Ah,
yeah.
okay. See, Hawaii is perfect weather. I love it there. It's almost 77 all year round in Hawaii.
So how
Yeah.
I change this? I don't know how to change this. I never use my weather thingy. Or maybe it's in the back. No.
She doesn't
Okay.
use her weather thingy, folks.
Weather.
So,
I don't know why it says Hawaii.
well, you could probably change that.
Oh!
There you go. Wow, iPhone. Oh, that's International Falls.
That's not here either.
That's-
Yeah,
that's in-
so
in
you're gonna
Minnesota.
swipe to the left or to the right, and if you have one or other one saved, then it'll show you what it is.
There you go. Oh, Mount Charleston 72. Oh, I
Oh.
like that. There you go.
Ah, okay. So that's 90
Tap
degrees.
on
That's
it.
what it is now.
Oh yeah, no,
tap on
high
it.
high is 106. You are
106.
He got
Sarah,
it.
he cheated. He was a pilot. It's no fair. He knows this.
That's the approach to the runway.
The approach to
approach.
the. But anyways, guys, yes, it's 106. We are still on the 3 digits.
Yeah, well, you were close. I think you know.
I'm close.
with
Yeah,
your-
I'm
with
really
your
close. I just don't want to go over. Really.
nine-
But anyways, well, this segment is done, and we're gonna go on a quick break. so that we can bring in Robert Caceres.
Caceres, yeah. And you can have some of your coffee.
Yes.
Yes. And
So, viewers, don't go away. We're gonna go on 5 and 5.
okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. See you in a little bit. See you in 1 second. In 2 minutes.
Rise and
back.
Shine. Welcome. And you want to introduce our guest today? Our guest
Our good
host?
friend Robert Caceres. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nice to have you again.
Great to see you always,
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah.
A pleasure. My good friend, Mike Maria.
Yeah, I know,
Oh.
right?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, people.
As beautiful
have-
as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now I want to ask Robert, how you feeling today? Because this guy goes out quite a lot and supports a lot of people's shows, which is wonderful. So, how was your evening last night?
Great. I met with two good friends of mine, TWA pilots, because I'm
Oh.
a retired airline pilot
Nice.
from TWA and American. And Brad Johnson, my good friend who lives in Branson, Missouri, drove out here because he's going to go visit his mom in Sacramento. She's in a home. And I've known him since 1978. And we were
Wow.
pilots together. And we were in several classes together. Flew for the Japanese together, too.
Wow.
We were on a
Wow.
contract from TWA and flew for All Nippon Airways. So it was great getting together with him and our other good friend, Ed Herman, who lives locally here. So Ed and his wife and myself and my wife and Brad got together at Buca de Beppo.
Oh wow.
What
They
does
have
that mean?
It's a
I see
Italian
it.
restaurant on Lake Mead
Oh.
near Buffalo.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
if you ever go there, and I highly recommend it, it's a beautiful restaurant. It reminds me of TGIF's restaurant, Thank God It's Friday restaurant, when they
Oh
opened up
my.
in the 60s when I was in high school, because I like all the stuff on the wall, because I'm an art collector and I like memorabilia and I love artwork, so their walls are just packed with different art from Italy, of
They
course.
are. We go over there. Well, there's a lot of great pictures of Frank Sinatra when he was younger.
Yeah.
And even on the ceiling, they have like Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. And you go in the restroom and there's pictures everywhere that are, yeah, it's fascinating.
And one
we
of
should
my-
go there sometime. They have
Yeah, I
great
know.
pizza.
Yes.
What is the name now?
Excellent.
Buca.
Buca de Beppo.
I thought
So
Buca de Beppo.
Bucadi and then Beppo, Beppo, I believe.
Yes.
There's three of them in town.
Yes.
There's one on Flamingo also, and one in one of the big resort casinos. I'm not going to say which one because I'm not sure. But this one's up by towards where we live.
Yes.
So
I
we can
always
easily
thought
go
that
there.
Buca de Beppo is a Mexican restaurant.
No, Italian.
He's
Very Italian.
Italiano.
He's
He's a pizza
Italiano.
pasta. It's
Forget
a
about it.
pasta.
Photos in there of Sophia
Are
Loren.
you Italian? Are you
Uh-huh.
Italian?
I'm Spanish.
I'm glad you guys are.
Españoles.
Just kidding.
I play one on TV though. Hey, forget about it, okay?
But
No,
great
they
restaurant.
have the colossal brownie sundae, which has about 1,800 calories, but it's a colossal brownie sundae, and it's about this big. And I've never eaten the whole thing myself, but I've become
What is the name
pretty
of the
close.
dish?
Colossal brownie sundae for dessert.
Oh.
So it's the biggest thing that it's like 7 scoops of ice cream, and then it's got warm brownie on top, and then hot fudge. So
Wow.
yeah.
Mike, I don't know
Okay.
how you got to the dessert.
Huh?
The portions, they come 3 portions, small, medium, and large.
Uh-huh.
And most people would walk in if they've never been there, and if the waiter or waitress doesn't warn you, would think, well, I'm not going to get a small. I'm a growing boy, so they get the medium or large. We always order the small. I had the lasagna. It will last me 2 more meals, guaranteed.
Mhm.
More than half of it's in the refrigerator. My friend's wife ordered just a pasta dish, penne noodles, and it looked like she hardly ate it, small portion. It took 2 of the big
Uh-huh.
containers like that, the metallic containers with the white lids, and filled 2 whole containers with her leftover.
Well, it's like
Wow.
Chef Tarantino when he makes it in Italians. They make big portions, and yeah, it's great.
But it's
Yeah,
a fun
she-
restaurant too.
Shout
Very
shout
fun.
out to our chef Tarantino, who has the show In the Kitchen every Friday 6 p.m.
Uh-huh.
with Ninon de Verde Rosa, and I went to his restaurant in Georgia, and when they start serving the food, I know that this is killing him right now because I didn't actually eat in his restaurant. I came from Las Vegas to go to Georgia and see the restaurant. I didn't order.
Hmm.
But it is because I was so full at that moment that if I ordered his food, that this huge plate, I know for sure I know that his food is good, but then I'm gonna start throwing up because I am stuck with food in my body at that moment. So
And you're so petite.
yeah, exactly.
You have little space to put it in.
Yeah, that's what you think. But I am,
That's
I was
what I
all
think.
my, I am a big fan of sushi.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite sushi restaurant? Or
I like the
several?
Yama.
Which one?
I love Yellowtail in Villaggio.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when times when I bring a friend, I bring them to the expensive one, right? When
was
I
gonna
go
bring that up.
myself, I'm gonna
Of
go with
course,
Tuyama.
of
I was
course.
hoping you'd say some of the local places off the
Oh,
strip.
yeah,
Well,
Ma.
They are
there's
so expensive.
the other night, my wife and I, my brother who's visiting from California,
Yeah, I see.
we
I
went
was
to
like-
Blue Ribbon Sushi and Red Rock.
I never. Oh, I haven't
Oh,
tried
it's
that.
beautiful. You go inside and it's a lot bigger than you think when you go in because it goes very deep. But you feel like you're in Japan because they have all the Japanese lanterns that are hanging
yes, I
around.
saw that.
We said it's a sushi bar and it was
Yes.
fantastic.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Did you see my comment? I said sushi wars.
Sushi Wars, yes. I was.
I was calling friends. I said let's go sushi war. We started this with Chris
Chris Cook.
Cook. We started doing sushi war. So what we do is we go to a sushi place, all you can eat, and then we stock our plate.
Oh my God.
Sushi war. So we're competing.
You don't get your money's worth if you go to an all-you-can-eat place. You can't do it. Just like I don't go to the Fogo, the whatever it is, and the Brazil
Yeah,
one where
yeah.
it's all-you-can-eat meat. Carbon. My daughter and her husband go, and you pay like $75 a person. I'm not sure if it's that much, but it's still a lot of money.
Well, it's-
I don't want to eat that much.
Mhm.
You think
Oh,
you
I
want to
wanna
get your
eat-
money's worth?
oh
That's
no. Bring me to sushi. All you can eat. I'm gonna make
You-
that worth.
You're going to get your money's worth out of it?
Are you? Yeah. Those
Yeah.
Brazilian places you're talking to. We used to go, there's one in California near John Wayne Airport, and that's it's about $75. Like you said, all you can eat. They bring out 12 different kinds of meats. And what's interesting is they keep bringing over the meat. When you want them to stop, there's a coaster which is red on one side and green on the other side. Red is like stop bringing food, stop bringing meat,
Oh.
and on the other side is green. So
Oh my
depending
God.
on your coaster, if it's green up, then they're going to keep bringing you food. But when you start to get full, it's like turn it over so they don't continue to bring you food. But those are really good. That's like 12 different types of meat and things that you wouldn't see at other restaurants.
I've
But,
still never done it.
yeah,
Someday I'll do it.
yeah. Hey,
if I'm
someday
really
we should
hungry.
go.
Yeah.
We'll do a road trip or something together.
Yes,
and go
we
that.
should,
That'd be
and then
fun.
we
They have
will
them here locally,
document it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That reminds me what's the Forrest Gump restaurant? What's the name of it?
Oh yeah, Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump,
Gum,
thank
yeah.
you, Bubba
Yeah,
Gump.
yeah.
Where it's got the little flag, run for us, run. If you
Yeah.
want wait service, if you don't, then you don't put up the run for us.
They had one of those in Honolulu. We'd go to all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I
those
like
are-
the one in Long Island. We went.
Yeah.
Forest Gump. Yeah.
Long Island, New York.
No, not
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Long
Beach.
Beach.
I was
You know
gonna
what? I
say-
got confused of those two all the time. I remember I was gonna go to Long Beach, and then I said Long Island, and somebody said, "Oh, are you gonna?" That's like he said something, and I said, "No, that's not where. It's Long Beach, California."
Marie, I do the same thing with Palm Springs
Uh-huh.
and West Palm Beach
Yes,
in Florida.
Florida,
Ah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Opposite sides of the country.
I went to both of those places,
Yeah.
anyways, but I remember I got confused on those two. I'm like, I thought Palm Springs is in Orlando, and they're like, yeah.
Well, Long Beach, California, LBC. So Snoop Doggy Dogg. There's
It's
so
from
much
there?
drama in the LBC.
What
See,
is-
so that's Snoop Doggy Dogg. You think of California.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's from one of his famous songs,
Song.
most famous
Oh,
song. Yeah.
I don't follow
So
him.
I didn't expect you to know that, Robert.
And
but,
why
uh,
don't
I don't even know
and
that.
You know why don't I know that? The other night, Mike wanted me to sing with him. In
Who?
fact, at the
Mike?
Mint, we went to the Mint
Yeah.
Tuesday night. Our
Yeah.
friends Mala and Dean Perry
Oh, they're
do a
amazing.
Dark Tuesday. They call it.
Mhm.
Starts at 9 o'clock and goes supposedly to midnight. But I was there till 1:30 with the wife and several friends.
Uh-huh.
And Mike comes up and says, "Rob, I'm going to premiere
You're a
you."
party animal.
Every night we go out every night. So gonna get you up there and sing "Fly Me to the Moon" or
Well, that was "Come Fly with
Come
Me"
Fly with
by
Me.
Frank Sinatra.
Oh, I
And
love that.
I told
song.
Mike, I says, "Mike, I can't sing, period." And he says, "But the words will be up there." Then I teased him. I says, "Mike, I can't read either." So,
You-
so then he finally got the hint. I was not going to get up, and make a fool of myself.
oh,
and
you
sing
wouldn't make a fool
because
of yourself.
I don't know the words to any songs.
Uh-huh.
You
My
don't?
whole life, I used to
Why?
like to listen to instrumentals. I listen to what's called elevator music. When I
What
got
is
my,
elevator music?
it's easy listening music, usually instrumental.
Oh.
Like beautiful
There's no
instrumental
lyrics.
song. No words. No
No
words.
words.
It's music they play in the elevator. When you're in the
Oh.
elevator, it's just the background,
words.
quiet.
Instrumental.
Mhm.
So, for example, one of my favorite artists, or my favorite artist, is Neil Diamond. I've been seeing him in concert, which he doesn't do anymore, for decades.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive, but he can't perform anymore. I think he's coming down with Parkinson's.
Mhm.
But I've seen him all over the country, and the favorite song of Neil Diamond that everybody knows, "Sweet
Big
Caroline." I don't know the words to it. I've heard it probably over 1,000 times. I could not right now
Can
sing
you-
it. Could not do it. I don't know.
Just
My
the
brain
hymn.
doesn't work that way. I can fly airplanes. I can do
Bum,
math.
bum.
Yeah.
You know that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, Andre Cyril is, oh gosh, why tonight is Thursday? Today's Thursday.
Yep.
I have actually a meeting with this guy. That's why I'm like, I think it's Friday today. No, it's Thursday. Yes, I'm gonna see you tonight, Andre. But anyways, we actually push our local lowdown
Uh-huh.
because we wanna talk. We're gonna touch a little bit about Cuomo.
Little- Oh, Andrew
Oh,
Cuomo.
that's
I think
big
Robert,
news.
you know about
Yes.
what's going on there.
Yes.
My wife and I are avid news watchers. In fact, I had to reach a point where I said, Chica, please don't keep the news on all day long. As soon as she gets downstairs from bed, on goes the TV news channel. Now, I do something probably a lot of people don't do. I go from one news station to another because I want to see the variance, the difference of how different channels
Absolutely.
Yeah.
report their news.
Yeah.
The three big ones in America, of course, CNN's known around the world because with Ted Turner, you go to an airport, you go to hotels internationally, CNN was always the favored one. And then came along MSNBC, I can't remember how many years ago, and then Fox came along as a competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Fox is sort of outpacing the two of them because Fox sort of says we report the news fair and unbalanced. Now, I don't want to get political here unless you do, but I don't. Depending on which side of the political fence you're on is which news channel you watch. So I watch all three to see how something is reported. So I'm going to give you an example. Back about a year ago, when the election was going on and all,
Mhm.
Trump had a big giant rally in the Houston Astrodome, I think it's called, or whichever that big stadium was. Over 80,000 people packed in there because the prime minister from India came to America and is good friends with Donald Trump. Fox News covered it 100%, the whole thing from beginning to end. I'd go to CNN, MSNBC, not a thing, not one mention of it.
Oh wow.
That is really news because at the time Donald Trump was the president.
Mm-hmm.
My whole time growing up, whenever the president made a speech, you could go to all the networks and
And
forget
then
it.
you
You're
see
not
it.
going to see Dobie Gillis. You're not going to see McHale's Navy and all because they blocked everything out. It didn't matter what.
Right.
Tune in your dial. I'm that old. In fact, I got a birthday coming up this August right now, and they tuned the channels. News was on all of it, showing the president making
Yeah.
his speech.
Yeah,
Not anymore. Now it's who favors who on what you're going to see.
that's true.
So it's very hard to get the real
Mhm.
news. But back to what you said about Cuomo, that's a very interesting thing. He resigned, I think it was today's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tuesday.
Mhm.
Monday, maybe it was Monday, he announced his not a
And they gave him
retirement, his resignation, and it takes effect in 14 days. So a lady's going to become the governor of New York.
Yeah.
So Cuomo stepped down. And the reason why was he was accused by at least 11 women that I remember last count of sexual abuse while in office, in his office, and so on and so forth, to the point where this is the news saying it, not me. So if anybody wants to get mad, don't get mad at me. Call your local news station. That women said he was putting his hand up their blouse and grabbing private parts.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
So it got really
That's-
I
bad.
wasn't sure if it was that or if it was just greeting people, because I know Italians, they greet just like Hawaiians, right? They kiss you on both cheeks, and that's okay. Some people can misconstrue that as harassment or something, but if he was
Yeah.
actually touching
Groping.
people or inappropriately groping women, then absolutely that's
And as you
something
two
you don't
know,
do.
I'm a hugger. I love hugging people,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
always careful where I put my hands,
Mhm.
especially with a woman. Always careful, because it's the polite thing to do. I don't want any woman thinking that man is touching me inappropriately. I want them to know it's a friendly thing. like a handshake or a
Mhm.
kiss. The Italians kiss on each cheek. But yeah, Cuomo stepped down. His brother Chris Cuomo, that has a show on CNN, advised him to. Now that's coming up because the two of them have some history. They did some bad things during getting the vaccinations. They jumped their family ahead in line to get vaccinations while other people, including the elderly, were waiting to get their vaccines.
Wow.
Well, we know, I don't like that. You wait your line in turn.
Yeah.
Sure.
You shouldn't get preferential treatment because you're a uppity up or
Yeah.
somebody special.
Sure.
Yeah.
You should still wait your line in
Yeah.
turn. And I think a lot of Americans are getting tired of seeing these people that think they're prima donnas just because their name is known. And that's just not political figures. You see the same in entertainment, in sports,
Yeah.
singing, and all.
Well, it's favoritism. It comes
Favoritism.
down to favoritism. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But that's the big news. That
Yeah.
a lot of people, I did not think he'd resign. I thought his ego would hang in there and says, I don't care what you say, I'm not resigning. And he did.
What do you think? While he was in office, he was very effective for everyone.
Interesting you picked that up. Remember, I'm a news watcher.
Yeah.
He made a big mistake in New York. And the mistake he made during the height of the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the elderly were in hospitals, had COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and he ordered them out of the hospitals and put them back in nursing homes and assisted living homes.
He did.
It spread like wildfire, and there's an estimated number of over 15,000 elderly New Yorkers died because of that move that he made. And this was at the same time that Donald Trump pulled a Navy ship out of mothballs, reactivated it, I think within 2 weeks, had it in the New York harbor ready to put COVID cases on it. Fully stocked naval hospital ship. Not one patient ever walked onto that ship
Mm-hmm.
because it was during the elections. And the elections, as if you remember right, were very heated. There's a lot of people in the country that to this day and to the day they die will hate Donald Trump for their various reasons.
So are you saying that the ship that was ready to take on grandmothers and grandfathers never got used,
Yes.
and that they were sent
Back to
back
the nursing
to the
homes.
nursing homes where it spread worse, and
spread
we
like
lost a
wildfire.
lot more.
Because as we all know, the COVID-19, that's what all social distancing was all about. To begin with, that's what all the shutdown was about. As we know, living here in Vegas, they shut down Vegas tighter than the drum ever for several months. The strip was dark other than a few lights on the hotel strip. Airport looked like a ghost town. And I've got videos of it in my camera that I took. It was the most interesting thing to see. Something like out of a movie. But at that time, he was taking elderly people, known COVID cases, and put them back into their nursing homes, spread like wildfire. So that's
why
the
they're-
one thing he did that wasn't liked by the news reporters that reported that. Now, I've already mentioned which ones would not report that because of their political views. If you go to some other news stations, that was never touched on. It wasn't talked about.
Yeah.
But
So
yet we're
everything's-
talking about it
everything's-
here.
Yeah, everything's political. We just want fair news, but nowadays you do have to watch
Yes.
multiple channels to get this person's side or this person's side, and it's
That's why we created social media shows.
that's right.
You get to talk about these things.
Like
I watch one all the way from Australia. There's a place in Australia that reports the news more fairly because
We're
they're
gonna
way over
report
there.
fairly.
Yep, and then there's OAN. Oh, I can't remember what OAN stands for. Newsmax is a newer station, and they
One
try
America
and
Network.
just that's right.
One American Network.
And they just try to report the news. When I was young, there were guys like who was the guy that announced
Walter Cronkite?
Thank you for helping me on that. My brain's tired from not getting enough
I
sleep.
heard about him. I wasn't there. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he was the one that reported Kennedy. I'll never forget. He started tearing up when he reported the assassination and the death of President Kennedy, covered the space shots and walking on the moon and all that in the 60s. This is
Yeah.
all in the decade of the 1960s, from 63 when Kennedy died in November to the man walking on the moon in 1969. But the news was reported more just like news, the facts. 2 and 2 is 4. The weather today, it's going to be 106 degrees. 20 airplanes landed in 1 hour at Las Vegas, McCarran, or
That's-
whatever.
yeah.
Reporting the facts, the
The-
news.
mhm.
Now the news, all of them, Fox, CNN,
I don't even-
MSNBC, have become very editorial.
Yeah.
It's people up there pressing their desires their opinions,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
hard to decipher
It's
between
becoming
opinion and
business
fact,
and political.
and it's sad.
Well, do you think it's because of who owns the networks? If they lean a certain way,
I think so.
that they're going to have influence as to
Do what they're gonna.
just
yes.
like we're on Maria's show. You know, we're going
Yeah.
to speak about things that she wants to talk about.
Oh, guaranteed 100%.
That's the thing with me is in social media shows is you come over here and you talk what you want. You actually bring up what you think. It is more kind of like organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started
We
this
appreciate
show.
that, yeah.
I started this company because I don't watch news.
Never?
No, well, I did before, but then I stopped watching news. I stopped watching TV shows until actually the pandemic because there's nothing else to do, right?
Mhm.
So I used to like, no, I don't wanna watch all this, this bullshit on
Yeah.
the TV. So I turned off my TV. I cut 3 years ago. I cut my cable.
Yeah, save money, too.
Yeah, save money too.
Cable bills
So
aren't
yeah.
cheap nowadays.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Well, a lot of in news feeds on your phones, you can get a lot of the news without having to actually sit down and listen to it all.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I even turned that off. The only time that I go to news since we started this morning show,
Right.
so that I have something to, the other hosts before we talk about what the news that came out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't actually report the news that we see. We actually talk about it.
Yeah.
See, that's.
When I was younger, like you are, I didn't watch the news either and all. When I was in the Navy, a Navy pilot during the Vietnam War, and I was overseas living on an aircraft carrier. So back then, there wasn't social media and Facebook and all that
Yeah,
stuff to
no,
get
yeah.
anything. You lucky to pull into port and run to the phone and stand in line and make a 3-minute phone call to whoever you wanted to make a call to, and you could hardly hear them. But therefore, for years in a row, I did not vote because I didn't think it was right to go vote, even in general election or certainly for presidential election, if I didn't know something about the candidate. To just go put a mark in the block because I've heard people say, well, I voted for Bill Clinton because he was more handsome than George Bush. Well, I voted for Hillary Clinton because it's time we have a woman. Or I voted for Barack Obama because it's time to have a black man in office. I'm sorry, that's not a good enough reason to vote. You should be voting on policies of
Yes.
what they're promising to do. Sadly, then as I grew up, I watched these politicians, and they'd promise. At the end of 4 years or 8 years, I'd go back to the checklist and go, wait a minute,
Yep.
you didn't keep any of your promises.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the political way, anyway,
Yep. That's what I
it's
thought.
difficult.
I didn't vote either for 2 years now because I watched the debate presidential.
debates.
Yeah, I watched all those things, and my conclusion for the past two elections, I'm like, no, I don't want anybody of them.
And I honor you for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people put people down. Oh, they try and belittle you. Well, you should go vote because it's a privilege and blah, blah, blah. But no, you should not just go do something and follow one commercial you see on TV or because your neighbor said this or your child or your parent or whatever. You should be intelligently capable of why you're putting a check in that block. That's my opinion.
That's
of
my
course.
that's my opinion. So you see, it's really important to actually watch the presidential debate because that is go and watch it and make a decision right there. If you think that both of them are full of shit, then don't go vote.
No. There were
No, that's my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
If
agree.
you think that, oh yeah, he made the point, I think this is the right person for the position, then go vote.
I agree wholeheartedly, Maria.
I told myself at that time, I said, you know what, if I'm gonna go, because everybody was like, you have to go. I said, no, because I don't want to be writing my name.
Yeah,
You're
I agree. I don't want to get blamed for it. That's right.
Because if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna be writing my name.
That's
because
it. You should run for something. What would you
no,
like to run for?
no, I'm just run for my company. That's it.
That's a good thing
Please
to run
support
for.
us, okay? We need a big building.
But your studio is beautiful here.
Thank
But you
you.
just want a big building so you can do more shows.
Yeah, so
reach
that
out
I
to
have,
more people.
so that I have every single show. I have them already, and
Yeah.
they have already their own studio, so that we don't need to go transfer.
Well, you have some exciting things coming up yourself, right? With a bigger show that's going to bring in actually
Yeah.
performers. Right?
Yes,
Did you want
oh.
to talk about that?
Yes, that is gonna be our strip teasers actually.
Ah,
Yeah.
exciting.
I
Stay
saw
tuned.
that on
Coming up.
something you sent me, and I said, "We're going to talk about strip teasers on TV in the morning." Oh,
No,
so it's a
not the,
different kind of strip.
Oh yeah,
teaser.
yeah.
Yeah, in Vegas, when you say strip teasers to a man, they think
Yes.
gentlemen's clubs.
This is a clean show. This is a family-friendly show.
It's a G-rated show.
You know, that's really funny because striptease, we when we created, by the way, this is also information about this show for those people who just started following the show. This show actually created with two women. It's an idea of two women.
Oh.
We just came up one day and we literally talked to each other almost the same time, saying we should have a morning show, almost the same time. So I'm like, so we sat down and then we start with, this is how we're gonna structure it. Local lowdown is the news. If you go on the local channel on TV, they will be like talking the news, right? And then they're gonna be talking about weather. But we don't wanna copy the television. We wanna be creative on our own. So we name our first segment, which is local lowdown. Local lowdown is about the news here in town. Then weather, we created, this is in March, so it's kind of cold yet. So what we did on the weather is, what do you call that? Shucks. Wearing the weather, meaning what do you wear for the
okay.
cold?
Yeah.
Do you put so we that's our wearing the weather. We just actually change it to how hot is it when actually summertime.
Oh, that's why you got.
And
When
you-
I walked in, you asked about what the temperature was.
Yes.
You said 96. Now next Monday, it's supposed to be
Yeah,
96.
I know, I'm hoping
It's gonna
so.
drop.
You know, that's a wishful
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. Oh, July. I don't know who watches this from local or wherever, but for those not in Las Vegas, in July it was so hot, breaking records, 115 degrees, which is unheard of, because our normal this time of year right now is 103 degrees.
Yes.
So it's
We're
been
still
warmer
above
this
that.
year, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
We
last
just
summer
drive to
too.
the beach a lot and cool down or go to Mount Charleston. So
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. Oh, I love
Gotta
that.
get out
yeah.
where it's cooler. Yeah.
And then we had three hosts. I wasn't hosting this show in the beginning because I just want to be behind the camera to make sure that I got this correctly. So with the three hosts of the show, they have their own segment. One is talking about marijuana, medical marijuana, and then one is talking about inspirational, and then one is talking about it's a PG-18 kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
risque stuff.
Yes.
How risque? What do
It's-
they cover?
She cover about we I don't even want to talk about that actually. We keep
That's the one I want to talk about.
no, I don't.
I
We're gonna
wasn't.
we're gonna get you after dark show.
Okay,
There.
yeah, because when you brought up the first two, I'm not interested in marijuana because I've never used it in my life and
Yeah,
have
I
no
never use it
desire.
too,
And
yeah.
I never will.
Me
I don't need
too.
if I have an acre of pain, and I don't take aspirin, so I just push through it.
I know.
And the other one was sort of religious. It sounded.
No, it's
Inspiration,
inspiration,
motivational.
motivational. Yes.
Oh, okay, that kind
Yeah,
of
it's like
inspiration.
words of wisdom.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
And then
I kind of like the third one.
the third
better.
one, I know you do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a guy.
Right.
So,
Yeah, he's a guy. All
But
guys.
no
actually.
risque things on the morning show.
Yeah, I
right?
know.
That
And
was
then-
last night's show, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Maria, are you sick or something?
No, it's the last
Awesome.
part. No, it's the last part of my. I when I went to Miami.
Hmm?
Me and my daughter came back with cold and things. So we went straight to test.
Oh,
And
to see
yeah.
if you have the COVID-19?
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah,
Thank goodness.
yeah, thanks goodness. And I just having my. I hate drinking my allergy medicine.
Mm. Oh, you have
Does-
allergies. Oh.
Yeah, when you see me like this, even the other day, I
Does it
didn't-
make you a little loopy? Does it make you? Yeah.
and then my stomach is just like, I hate that feeling.
Right, they say you're not supposed to take it on an empty stomach, allergy medicine, right? Because
Oh,
I guess
yeah?
it's very strong. Luckily, I've never had allergies, so I don't need it.
So yeah, that's what it is, and I'm glad. If you see me right 3 days after my vacation, Oh yeah, you don't want to be close to me.
You were a mess.
Yeah, I'm a mess for the last 3 days, and I literally just took the allergy medicine and cough medicine for straight every 4 hours.
Oh God.
Yeah, and it, the second day I was so good already. The third day I'm better. So this is kind of like the last part,
Mhm.
but
That's
I'm,
quite a road trip that you had, right? I
Yeah.
think you went to a few different states and
Mhm.
ended up in Florida.
And I'm going
Did you
tomorrow.
make it to Miami? Miami or South Beach?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
love
we,
it
we,
there.
we,
That's-
we went all over, but anyway.
Wow.
But let me continue what is the history of Rise and Shine. And then we have also the strip teaser which is coming up, right?
Right, absolutely.
And then we also gonna be talking about Rise Up, which is the non-profit organization that you guys know. We're gonna put them out there.
Good.
Yes. And then that's the whole structure of Rise and Shine. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes. Excellent.
Oh, I forgot one thing. We used to have the morning boost in the beginning of the show. Morning boost is we take a shot before we start.
Take a shot of what?
Oh, no.
Of alcohol?
Yes.
So early in the morning? I
Yeah.
see a bottle of tequila over there,
I can't
but it
do
looks
that.
empty.
Yeah, no, we're not
Okay.
doing that anymore.
It looks empty.
Yeah, that was the first host of the
Oh,
show.
okay.
So we changed that.
So you were really loose and
Oh,
really
that-
talking and.
For me, behind the camera is I am.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I'm not drinking. Only the host.
Mhm.
That was it. The few
My
hosts.
goodness.
I know, right?
Ah,
I thought there was a saying, you never drink before noon. But then there's people that say it's
Very-
always noon somewhere.
that's right.
Happy hour
Always
somewhere.
5
It's
o'clock
always 5
somewhere.
o'clock
There you
somewhere.
go.
So
Yeah.
let's get back to the show that's coming up next week. So we are normally my show is actually Chunk. Oh my gosh! I love you, Chunklas. But normally at Chunklas Cantina every Wednesday, and we starting next week we're gonna be moving it to the Art House.
Wow, nice place. Very,
Thank you.
very fancy.
So the
Chocolates had really good wings, though.
Yes.
Their wings
Oh,
were
wings are-
excellent, and their drinks were very good.
Oh
yeah.
yes, and I still love them. I still have shows.
We're
out
still
there.
gonna go there and have
Yeah.
have
Oh, yeah, of
wings.
course. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, and then the new structure of the show we talk about it
Mhm.
is we're gonna have real performing live on the show.
Oh,
That's
good.
gonna be fantastic.
So sort of like the Bono show, like Dennis Bono show.
Yeah, I just don't wanna be tagged like I'm copying somebody else.
Right. Yeah. But
No,
But
it's
sooner
gonna
or
be,
later it
it's going to be
becomes-
structured similar to that,
Mhm,
right?
yes.
But it's going to be more intimate and more one-on-one. I think with fewer
Yes.
guests,
Yes.
probably in one-on-one. So if
Yeah,
we could
and
have,
and we don't have live viewers yet, like
Mhm.
live audience.
Mhm.
I meant. Yeah, it's gonna be just streaming.
Okay, in the studio. Yeah.
No, it's not
Well-
in the studio. In a restaurant.
Oh, in a restaurant.
in a
Yeah.
restaurant, so we're going to have them come in. It's going to be refined, correct? And they're
Mhm.
going to come in and they're going to perform and they'll be able to sit down and have a conversation
Oh, that's
with
gonna be
Maria.
nice.
So it's going to be, yeah.
Because as we all know, there's so many outstanding
There's
entertainers.
so many.
That's what keeps me busy every night. There's several places I go to and
You're
frequent.
a party animal.
Oh, I
Can
didn't
say
used
that
to
again.
be though. Used to stay
Chica's
home.
more of a party animal than him.
Yeah.
He's
Well, my wife just
There you go.
retired, so
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that helps. So now I've got a companion.
I
Yeah,
used to
that's
imagine
good.
that Chica just retired less than a month
Yeah,
ago, and
yeah.
she's out everywhere with you, and that must
And
be
enjoying it.
fantastic.
Yeah,
too.
that's
Yeah.
good though. That's
It-
good.
I enjoyed a lot.
I wanna
more, too,
retire
that
too.
Yeah.
You're way too young.
You're keep working hard. You'll retire with that.
I wanna
yeah.
retire too.
I've got a few years, just a few years. Give me another 5 years, I'll be fully retired.
You are?
So yeah.
Well, I'm not.
thankful.
I'm retired technically because I'm just doing this.
Well, it's almost when it's fun. It doesn't seem like work.
Yeah,
as
it
long
does,
as the
yes.
income and you're helping people, it's
Yes.
fantastic.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
An entrepreneur,
Yeah.
self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice to be your own boss.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
it is.
thankful I've been able to work for myself for
Yeah.
27, 28 years,
Yeah.
half my life pretty much, to be able to work for myself, not work for someone else. So it's
That is nice.
That is, yeah.
and you make a lot more money. They say you work for yourself, you make 3 to 5 times more money than you would working for someone
other
else.
people,
It's
yeah.
true.
But
So,
you have to be a go-getter like you two are.
yeah.
You can't be a lazy person who goes,
Oh, yeah.
well, it's 10 o'clock, I'm going to sleep a little longer. and
No,
stuff.
yeah.
You got to get up
You
early.
gotta-
You got
I'm
to you
up-
got to go out and pound the weeds. Yeah.
Since
Well,
I
you
started.
don't sleep very much, do
Yeah,
you?
since I
Yeah.
started social media shows 3 years ago is I remember I had some days that I don't sleep at all 24 hours.
Mm.
And there are most of the time, 80% of the time I sleep from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So I
Yeah,
gotta
it's
have, especially when you are building something that you don't know what's the outcome yet, you're gonna learn every single thing. So
Absolutely.
I put my hands on this company, fully hands on by myself.
Yeah.
So I um he already seen me so many times to set up like boom 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 boom.
Technical. Now, I've done production before, but when I see you do production and able to speak about while you're setting all these different wires and cords and wireless things and cameras up, it's testament to show that you've really learned your craft and you're excellent.
Thank you. I
So you're
appreciate it.
good behind the camera as well as in front of the camera. I did likewise. I do a lot of production work behind the scenes, but it's also fun to be here where you can reach out and try to show yourself and be honest with people and
Yeah.
uplift them. So it's a blessing to have both. Yeah, but you're a real technical
Thank you.
guru person.
You know, that's
here.
really funny
Yeah.
because I was talking to Mike the other day. I'm like, I want to be behind the camera,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
telling him.
Well, fortunately, you can do either or both.
Yeah.
You know, so you're in that position.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I hate that. I should take my
It's-
my medicine.
It's because you don't eat in the morning, right?
No.
You typically don't eat until
But I
afternoon.
still take my allergy medicine.
Allergy
Yeah,
medicine.
I still take
and
it.
coffee.
Yeah, but I hate taking those things. And I didn't take anything last night, so
Mhm.
I'm stubborn.
You're too busy.
No, it's not too busy. But anyways, so I know you have events coming up.
Oh, there's lots of, for me personally, events. There's some, but as far as what's going around Vegas, you know, if you want to speak about that,
Yeah,
you know,
what-
all the different
okay,
shows.
what do you have?
Like, well, I have like, let's say the rock group Kiss. Gene Simmons, he has an
Where are they
art
playing?
opening. Oh, they're actually. The thing is, they haven't announced that they're going to perform here, but Gene Simmons, the lead singer with the guy with the long tongue, he's actually moved here already. He has a residence, but he's also a sketch artist. So he's going to be doing a from October 3rd through 6th. He's going to be in the Animazing Gallery inside the Venetian.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
With his artwork there, so selling that. But we think as he's here already, naturally the other members are coming. They'll probably have a residency by next year. Kiss Rock
Oh.
Group. So it's just one more entertaining, exciting show
Do you
that's
know them
coming to
personally?
Vegas. No, I don't. No, I don't. But I did play one of their characters for a tribute rock, Kiss Rock Group back years ago. So yeah.
Can you sing?
I can sing. I've been singing for 30 years. You didn't know that? See, I don't advertise that because as we support and as I go to uplift and support other
Artist.
artists here, I don't put my hat in the ring to do that because then it's a different game
Why
that
don't you
way.
perform?
So for me, why? Because I've performed for so many years. I just
And you
finished a residency in Hawaii. I did 9.5 years, 4 to 6 days a week. So I was
what
working
hotel?
like you. It was called the Big Kahuna's Tiki Lounge.
I think I know
So
where's
that's-
that. Where is that?
That's right next door to International Market in Waikiki on Oahu.
Yeah, I think I know that.
So there, I ran the show for 9.5 years.
Wow.
Bruno Mars would come sing at my show. His mother was my bartender. His sisters came to sing. I had many visiting celebrities. So, and then after the Legends in Concert tribute show, they would always come to drink at my lounge. And so I had for many years.
You know what I'm
thankfully.
doing right now is I am researching one of his performance.
Yeah, so
Bruno
there
Mars.
was lots of
He's a
so
big
we
fan
always
now.
had this is before he became but
Yeah.
yeah, he came back after tour to see his mother, and then eventually she didn't have to work, and then she would go on tour with him. But he's sung a few times in my show on my microphones, which was nice, and as well as we had like the Lion King cast would came by when they did shows in Hawaii, and then they would come by afterwards. So the local write-ups were come to the Big Kahunas to sing. And fortunately, I had a lot of great singers. So having the Elvis Presley and the Lady Gaga and the Blues Brothers come sing at my show afterwards, it kind of elevated my show. So it was a great time. It
That
was
must have been a tough
lot of
thing to
work.
walk away from. Sounds like it was very successful. Doing good.
It was, and then when things started to change in Waikiki and Hawaii in general, where things became of course, more and more expensive.
Mhm.
My wife says, well, are we going to live the rest of our lives, perfect weather in Hawaii, but are we going to live the rest of our lives on the island in a condominium?
Mm.
So thankfully, we were in a condominium that was a block from the beach, near Fort DeRussi Park
Yeah,
there. So we could see Haliko. There's so many great stories there, because we would see every Friday night they would light up the fireworks. We'd see fireworks every Friday night from our balcony, our lanai. Yeah. So my wife says, well, it's don't you really want a house? And I said, yeah, it would be nice to have a house and maybe dogs running around and just have space, a front yard and a backyard, instead of, in a condominium.
You want some water?
So
I have some.
Oh.
Thank you.
so we moved from there and bought a house here. So
Nice.
it's great. Yeah.
Vegas is quite a bit
It's-
more affordable than Hawaii.
I couldn't
Yep.
find anything.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
originally from California, born there, but traveled all over the world my whole life, and then went back to California in 1991. And it was so expensive. My God, I'd just shake my paycheck and nothing would come out of it. There was no money left. And I had just gotten married to my wife at the time, and I looked at her and I says, if we stay here in California, we're both going to have to work till we die. And I had no desire to do that.
No.
My original plan was to retire at 25, but I almost made it. I retired at 57, so it came close.
That was close.
Close, well,
like you
double.
guessing the weather for
Yeah,
today.
Just two
Very
I
times.
know,
close.
right? But
Very
I want to ask you, did you have any original tracks, original song?
Of my own that I
Yeah.
wrote? No. I was more,
Just
my entertainment
like
show was
cover.
I'm more of, like, I don't have my own voice like a lot of the local singers have, but more of listening to the original and singing. But I can sing a lot of different
Nice.
songs. Yeah. And how about you? How long have you been in Las Vegas?
6
now?
years, 7
6
years?
years.
Yeah.
Where were
7
you?
years.
Where were you before?
International
Yes.
Falls.
Ooh. Okay. How was that?
It's beautiful. I love it.
Was it cold there though? A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit cold, yeah. Because I know when you're as small as you are, like my wife, when we grew up in the East Coast, it just became too cold for her, especially during the winter months. So let's move, let's go to Hawaii, and there was perfect. But
It's beautiful in Hawaii, but
the houses,
expensive too.
very expensive.
Very
Houses
expensive.
start at $1 million easy.
Yeah.
So we thought if we ever want to retire, well, let's come to Vegas. It's the 9th island here, so
Yes, they
you
call
know.
it Nine Island.
And you can drive to all the different states, of course.
I
so
love it.
we love it here. We actually like it here better than we liked Hawaii.
Yeah.
And people, when I say that, people say, "You're crazy." And I say,
Yeah,
"Well,
I know.
other than the weather, and it getting hot, which we stay out of, there's so many places to go here. So we drive to California all the time, drive to Utah, and we've driven
Arizona.
cross country a couple of times since we've been here for 4 years. So we've driven up
Nice.
to Virginia and driven to.
Oh my God, I
yeah,
love driving.
Yeah, driving is
You see
a lot
the
of fun.
country that way.
Yeah,
Beautiful
exactly.
country.
Mhm.
I
Because
love
not all of
Vegas,
us can
too.
fly, Robert. Not
Yeah.
all of us are. Actually, yeah,
can-
I
we
can,
can-
I can fly a little 4-seater Cessna,
Yeah,
but not
I saw a photo of
a
that,
big
yeah.
730.
It's getting harder to fly, though. I fly non-rev, which stands for non-revenue passenger, because I'm retired from American. So it's like hitchhiking. There's an
Yeah,
empty
yeah,
seat,
yeah.
I get on the flight. There's no empty seat, you don't go. And if there's something big going on, a place where I want to go, and the flights are all full, sometimes you sit there a day or two extra trying to get out or
Mhm.
back to. But it still works
But in the
out.
end, it's great. It's free flying for the most part. You
Yeah,
get
I
to
know,
travel
right?
wherever you want. Yeah.
Yep, yeah, all my flights are free.
Mhm.
Yeah, domestic. International, just pay a little tax. Trying to get to my home in Spain. I think we
That's-
talked about that
that's
last
great.
time.
Yes,
yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm dying to go home to Spain.
So
I
has
go
it
home
opened up in Spain yet? Has it?
up and down?
It's
up
so
and
you
down.
don't know from the next week to the next week whether they're going to allow Americans in the flights or.
Exactly right. And I don't want to end up getting there where they close it down and I'm stuck there and can't get out and there's nothing to do, because as we know, living here, there's always something to do. We were
Yeah.
still going out every single night, even
I
during
know.
COVID.
He's a party animal.
There was somewhere to go and find for entertainment. It was
Mhm.
a lot of fun.
Well, on that note, we're gonna go on a quick break. We're gonna come back for non-profit organization and
Mhm.
more that we can actually give our viewers what they can see in Vegas, what they can do in Vegas.
Oh, wonderful.
Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds like a
We
plan.
will be right back. We're gonna go in 5 and 5.
Maria Pereza.
Boom! Yay! Welcome back to Rise and Shine. And today is Thursday, guys. We are moving our show every Thursday and Friday. Thursday, my co-host will be the fabulous Mike Vegas. And you know what funny was? I just learned that he is a singer.
You didn't know? Oh yeah, for over 30 years I've been
And I'm
singing.
trying to find a video so that I
Yeah.
can actually show
I'll
you
send him
guys.
to
I
you,
have
and
one,
absolutely.
but he told me not to show it. Tuesday night.
No, yeah, that
Oh,
was my
Dark Tuesday he sang.
You'll see me out there more, but not on professional shows because I'm not competing or trying to be a singer. But I have been a singer and been singing for over 30 years. So
Singing with Bruno Mars.
yeah, thankfully I backed him on Genuine Pony by Genuine, and he used to come to my shows because his mother was my bartender, and
That's funny.
thankful, a lot of fun.
No,
Do you
I-
sing, Maria? I wonder.
do. And in the shower.
In the shower, in the car,
In the car, I love.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
I
we can draw that out of you and get you to sing sometime.
No,
At
please
least,
don't. Please, I tried that so many times. That's why I'll just be friends with singers.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they can sing for me.
Robert mentioned earlier that he doesn't sing yet, or I guess he
Oh.
sings in the shower too, as
I
well.
hum.
And maybe you hum.
I hum
Oh,
along.
okay. How about your wife Chica? Does she sing?
No.
She doesn't know.
No.
Not even.
I can't even get her to play the piano. We have this beautiful big piano in our living room.
Really?
She took
So
why do
piano
you have piano?
lessons
Oh.
Wow.
Because it's a big antique. It's built in 1890. A Play-El piano.
I want to send
Yeah,
a shout
very
out to
beautiful.
our good friend Howie Gold,
Oh,
who's
my
a
friend Howard.
fantastic,
Hi,
legendary
Howie.
piano player, and he says he's going to teach me for free, which is great. So me and my wife are looking for a baby grand piano to put in our house, and Howie says he'll come
Wow.
over and kind of teach us how to play.
Yeah. Howie's a
It's
great guy.
beautiful.
He's
He
got
sure
a lot
is.
of history too.
Yeah.
He performs. He plays the piano at the Grapevine
Grapevine.
on Lake
yeah.
Mead near Buffalo, right near Buffalo and
Absolutely.
Lake Mead on the
Yeah.
northwest side of town. Friday and Saturday night.
He's a good,
Interesting thing
good
too.
entertainer.
Very good entertainer.
Yeah.
Boy, he knows a lot of people and dig into his history, like Barbara Brighton.
Uh-huh.
And the female who sings with him on Saturday night, we found out when we were talking to her. I like this piece. She was the actual person who did the Flying Nun for Sally Fields.
She was the
Oh my
stunt,
gosh.
the stunt
Stunt
woman.
woman. So if you go back and watch the videos of the Flying Nun, who was played by Sally Fields
Uh-huh.
back in the late '60s, it was this woman actually doing the stunt work.
And
Wow.
she's a
Going
beautiful
around.
singer as well.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I fell in love with her more, I think, because she did stunts. I used to do stunts for 8 years. So just having that connection of singer, entertainer,
Yeah,
and then
that's
doing
the-
stunts before.
That's
yeah,
amazing, yeah.
And she's still so beautiful
Yeah.
now. I think
And
she's
sings very well.
she's getting up there in age, but to be able to have still a clean, clear voice.
Right.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Howie's there Friday and Saturday nights.
Friday and Saturday nights.
At the
Yep, and
Grapevine.
she's usually
We're
there
gonna take
Saturday
you there, and
night.
you're gonna love the pizza.
Very good.
Here.
Good
yeah.
wine.
Oh yeah.
Big
Yeah.
assortment of wine. Yep.
I love making pizza. You know those ready-made.
And then Howie Gold, back to him. He played the organ for years for the San Diego Padres
Yeah.
baseball team, and then the original baseball team here that had a different name before, the Aviators.
Oh, the 51s and the
51s, something
stars.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And Howie played the keyboards at the baseball.
I love
games.
this. I love this guys. He is a performer. He is a party animal, and I am the homebody because I just wanna actually just finish all the projects that I'm doing.
Oh, but you have such an interesting life. You really do. You. I know that a lot of it's behind the scenes, but it's also in front of the scenes, and you're living the best of both worlds. I think.
I tried, I always been, when I was a kid, when I was in high school, I always been the kind of like the brain of the family.
Mhm.
I have all my books here. I have to finish all these homeworks, go back to school, and be on top of the class. See, that's what I am kind of like put into. So I cannot go out, I cannot do this, I cannot drink, I cannot do drugs. You cannot get married early.
Focus on your studies and focus on your
Yeah,
work.
that's
great.
That's how that's what
That's
I have
smart.
brought up. Yeah, and then when you actually literally get out to the world that was actually being prohibited for you when you're young. You're like, oops, I'm gone.
Have some fun. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
did my part, and then I get back to where I was when I was in high school, where I'm gonna learn a lot of things. I'm gonna be,
What's
That's-
balance? It's all about balance. I think as people go through their lives, it's if you party when you're young, you get more serious when you get older. If you don't party when you're young, then as you get older, then you go out and you party.
Yeah.
So it's that balance of
yeah.
where you are in your life
Well,
and what you want to do.
That's yeah. Well, we have. I think my first part is really serious, and then second part is not serious. Now I'm getting serious.
Yeah.
It's something
Get
like
down
that.
to business now.
Yeah, down to business
You're building
now.
your own business.
Yeah.
But
so
finding the balance and still having a great time.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I met you actually.
Yeah, well, thank you. We'll
Yeah.
introduce you to some people I know and mutual.
And then I'm gonna
we'll
be-
go out. Yeah.
And
As I am glad that I met both of you. In fact, I met you through Mike.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, right?
He
See,
introduced me to
connection.
you,
We're
and I'm
all
so
connected
glad.
in some way.
Yep.
And here,
Yep.
the entertainment scene is fairly small here in Vegas. Although the different venues and many entertainers that come and go, it's still you have that one or two common threads that brings you together, and then you find out that one person that I know, you know them, and you know them, and then we start to feel like a family, and you
Yes,
support each other,
yes.
you love each other.
It
and
really does.
Yeah.
And let me pass on something about that. I've come to know so many now local entertainers, singers, comedians, and whatever, that are trying to get their gigs. A lot of them have their gigs. The amazing thing, they're also down to earth. They're just real people. They don't
Yeah.
walk around with their nose up in the air of look who I am, or
Mhm.
I perform on a big stage and I get these accolades and all these people follow me.
Fortunately, you're meeting
They're
the meeting the right ones.
The
Those are the
good
ones that have
ones.
become family. But there are some other ones out there who, have their choices about how their personalities or their ideas of how they're going to market themselves or get ahead in life. So it all depends on how you do it. But fortunately, a lot of our mutual friends are people who are down to earth and humble
Yes.
and want to
Yeah.
uplift other people. So
Yes.
that's in my estimation, that's the best way to live, because then you really have the personal friendships with people.
Exactly.
And then you have the entertainment aspect. So it's
And you brought the word up. It's like family.
Yep.
family.
When my wife and I go out, and Chica and I go out of an evening, we look so forward to it because we know we're going to be with these entertainers that are so friendly. They acknowledge you. They come and talk to you. We go
Yeah.
out to
Well-
dinner with some of them,
Mhm.
and they have the time. And then we meet normal people like me. I'm not an entertainer. I was
Yeah.
just a pilot for
Not
42
yet.
years.
Come
Yeah.
fly with me.
Like-
Let's fly away.
And
So-
and that no. Oh, go
Mhm.
ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying the great thing about your platform and reaching out to people is we're going to get to know the people behind the entertainment. So when we go to shows, we don't usually talk so much when they're performing. You're respecting their art. You're
Yes.
clapping for them and supporting the venue. But to be able to have shows like yours where you can actually get to know the people more about them. Like
Yeah.
I'm a singer now, but you
Yeah.
didn't know that before.
Yes, exactly.
I get a lot of that of you're the mascot and
No,
that's just
it's-
part of what I do, but there's a lot more.
I kinda,
As-
I
yeah.
kinda have a I kinda have a feeling that you sing until but I am more kinda like, okay, it's gonna come out. But I kinda know. I thought you are an actor, which is you told me that before that
Uh-huh.
you used to, stunt. You're a stuntman. Is that what you call it?
Stuntman.
Stuntman.
Well, nowadays it's politically correct stunt person
Oh.
instead of stunt man, stunt woman. But I'm a little old school, so we say that. But stunt
Stuntman.
person or stunt actor is what they're doing now.
Stunt.
So I actually went to see my
Double.
friend, Alan Woodman, who runs the Las Vegas Stunt Academy. I don't know if you saw that. I went and sat in on his class. I'm not doing stunts anymore.
Yeah, but
But
you wanna,
to be able to watch a lot of the local actors take the stunt class, and it's fascinating to be able to see them. And so a shout out to Alan Woodman from the Las
Alan
Vegas Stunt
Woodman.
Academy.
You should actually
And I'm going to go
come
back.
here.
They're going to be doing high falls on their new airbag from 30 feet,
Oh
and
my
it's fantastic. So
You
maybe
should-
we'll take you over there. Maybe we could perhaps do a live
Yeah,
feed,
get
or
out
visiting
there.
from. We can do.
Yes, we do a live feed out there. Oh my gosh, we're gonna show you guys a lot. But anyways, on that note, we're gonna actually go back to the strip teaser because the first person that we're gonna be talking about is
Rose Kingsley.
Rose Kingsley.
The
Oops,
Las
sorry.
Vegas's newest diva.
yeah.
Big
oh,
much love to her.
it's
Yes.
beautiful,
She is.
amazing woman. So there you go. We're talking about their
Her
event.
upcoming show,
Yes.
yeah, it's a September 19th, yeah, at the Summerlin Performing Arts Center. It's she's doing the music of Andrew Lloyd Webber, which is fantastic. She's having a couple of people from Alan Glassman come from New York to play the piano and sing with her. So this is something in Vegas. We have a lot of different types of entertainment, but this is very special. So I know the tickets are extremely reasonable. She brought the price down because she wants more people to see it. But this is like world-class entertainment at such a reasonable, you'd pay more to go have a dinner somewhere than for a ticket here.
Wow.
So it's
Wow, I cannot
absolutely
believe, yeah.
excellent, I think, and we're gonna have media coverage there,
Yes.
I believe, and there might possibly be a cameo by someone in the show, so we'll see if that works out. But a big shout out to Rose Kingsley and her
And
husband
Norm
Norm Miller,
Miller.
yeah, who's also her manager. So rosekingsley.com, or you can reach out to Maria and find out how you can get tickets there, or go to the call the Summerlin Performing Arts Center and order tickets.
Yes.
I believe through them they'll refer you to Rose Kingsley. But that's exciting. That's something different. It's something unique, and someone that we know is very humble. All her accolades that she's done. We mentioned singing for presidents and traveling around the world and having such a beautiful life experience.
Yeah.
For her to come along, and she's so down to earth and humble, and of course such a great talent. So shout out to Rose Kingsley.
I was kind of thinking if you would be able to see this Rose, we should actually do a dinner show for her with a celebrity chef.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah, I hear that she's quite a cook as well.
Yes.
So
So we should do that.
Sure. That
Yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah,
But
Mike and I were lucky enough to see her show, the
Yes.
first one. And
Mhm.
she's a crossover. She's a renowned operatic singer
Mm-hmm.
that performed around the
Yeah.
world, New York. And
Everywhere,
as
huh?
Mike said, she performed for 3 sitting presidents and for
Yes.
Prince Charles. But now she did a crossover thing. She's
Yeah, I think
crossing
it was
over
about
jazz.
8 years ago she changed from opera to jazz and was working with Johnny Mercer's producer, original writer. So, and Johnny Mercer was very famous back there. So for them to work together and change her voice, bring the high highs down and go into jazz and stuff, it's amazing. So her great jazz singer.
And
But
was
also
it-
now to do Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I know. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, it's going to be a great show.
And the first show was outstanding.
Yes,
Very good.
absolutely.
And like Mike said, are we allowed to say the price? It's very reasonable.
Yeah, we said $25
$25.
tickets.
Oh yeah,
$25
there you
ticket.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, for a live performance in a beautiful auditorium. Nice
by
seating
a
and everything.
world-renowned
Yes.
diva.
World-renowned.
She
With her
learned-
name,
and when
yes.
we say diva, it's not the diva. Sometimes the idea is diva. Oh, they're a little
They're
uppity.
diva, yeah.
Not at all. Diva because she's earned that, because she's done so much more than we've done in our lives combined. Just such fascinating performances, and traveled the world and been, she actually was training to be an astronaut.
That's right.
So she's
Wow.
In fact, she said, I could say this. I had to ask her personally. She dated Alan Shepard for 10 years.
Wow.
Alan Shepard, and for you young folks, probably don't know who I'm talking about. He was the first American astronaut in space on a Mercury capsule. Yep, out of Cape Canaveral back in 1961 or 2.
Wow,
And she
wow.
dated him. So she was training to go into space. They were going to
as
put
the first singer or artist
into space.
as a
So she did
civilian.
what they nicknamed called the vomit comet. It's an old 707, goes up and goes zero gravity, so they can feel weightlessness and bounce around. So she did all that, and a book was written that she's involved in.
And she does have another show coming up in November.
November,
called
yes.
The Diva and the Astronaut.
Yes.
So we'll give you more
Wow.
information on that
She's a-
in the future. She's amazing.
She's
so,
a very,
We'll talk about
very,
it.
very interesting person. I was honored enough after her show. We went out to dinner, a lot of us together. We had about 25.
Uh-huh.
And Chica, my wife, and I ended up sitting right next to Rose and her husband, Norm, and got to know him very, very well in the time you can. Very interesting woman.
Yeah.
And,
So the point
and her
being
resume is a mile long.
yes, but very humble and very
Yes.
not the bad term of diva, but diva because she's earned it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but very humble and very loving. person. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about Rose
Right.
Kingsley. She's
Highly recommend the show.
Kudos to you,
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah.
But
Looking
anyways,
forward to seeing
there's
you,
more.
Rose.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's-
let's go to for the next one.
Now, usually I would have papers or so,
Mhm.
but my printer ran out of ink, so I'm gonna have to go get ink. So it's kind of on. Oh, it's kind of on my phone. Okay, here we go. So I know the Main Street Station, which is downtown casino, it's been closed for the past 18 months. That's going to be reopening September 8th. Also today, for those of you who might be looking for a job, Bally's is having a hiring event at 2 o'clock today. They're hiring, there's 300 jobs in housekeeping and laundry. They also have truck drivers and such like that. So if you're looking for a job, Bally's hiring event happening 2 p.m. today at Bally's. We talked about the slot machines and people who have won that. Also, we have the shows, Ka, which is Cirque du Soleil show. It's opening at the MGM Grand in November. They had mentioned October before, but right now it's November. At least we're having some of the Cirque shows come back,
Yes.
which is good. MJ1, Michael Jackson,
Yes.
which is fantastic show. That's reopening August 19th. And then we have the Beatles Love show reopens. I saw that one last year. That's a fantastic show. It's just great spectacle. That's opening August 26th, 2021 here, the Beatles Love, of course, over at the Mirage. So, and then exciting, the Raiders' first home game, preseason home games coming up this Saturday
Yes.
at Allegiant Stadium. I don't think I'll be there this time, but we'll see what happens in the future. Also, we have October 2nd, Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball star. He's having a children's charity event, and we love charities. We love supporting nonprofits and charities, anything to give back to people who are in need, of course. At the MGM Grand Garden Arena, they're going to have the Imagine Dragons, John Legend, Usher, and other celebrities there. That's October 2nd, Shaquille O'Neal at the MGM Grand Arena. So tickets are available for that right now. We also have Justin Bieber is coming, and a lot of people
Everybody
don't
loves
know this. So he's not doing a giant concert, like he usually would. He's going to do it in a very intimate setting. He's going to be here from October 7th through 10th. They haven't determined the place where he's going to be, but for all the Bieber fans, and he's a great performer and a great singer as well. He's toned down his show to make it more intimate. So he's happening October 7th through 10th here in Las Vegas. So
There's a lot of events coming up.
a lot of
I'm going
things
to throw one in for 4 guys that I have followed, and this will be the 3rd show I go to. It's also this Saturday night, 8 o'clock at Mandalay Bay. The group called Il Divo. That's spelt I-L, second word D-I-V-O. These 4 tenors have beautiful voices. And the way they were developed, I think it was 15 years ago, Simon Cowell, the one from the judge from AGT, America's Got Talent, he searched out what he wanted was a crossover. He, like I, loves operatic music, but he also loves the standards that everybody can sing along to, whether it's a Neil Diamond song, whoever it may be. So he searched the world for 4 men to sing together. So we've got an American guy, Spaniard, French, and a Swiss guy. Individually, each of them sings so beautifully. Their voices are just incredible, like choir boy angels, but with power of opera. And the 4 voices together is off the top of the charts. So if you want to see who they are, just go to YouTube and YouTube ILDIVO, and there's probably still tickets available. I bought the tickets as soon as it opened it up. This will be the 3rd time Cheek and I see them. And again, they're at Mandalay Bay this Saturday, 8 o'clock, competing with the Raiders across the street, across the freeway.
Oh yeah,
Same
Il
night.
Divo is going to be fantastic. Yeah, good luck with the parking there.
We talked about that.
But that makes me think of Il Divo is so great. I think Lou Gazzara should be part of the shout out to Lou. He is so good, and he has an opera background.
Right.
Right. So Lou,
from,
maybe if Il Divo's in town, maybe a little, we can get some way to have them meet or something.
Right.
He's fantastic. Maybe
In
he'd
fact,
be the
he-
5th.
He performed with Rose Kingsley in her last show that Mike and I attended. He was very good.
Yeah.
And then I've seen him since, even with the crooners.
Well,
He was-
I'm just thinking. I was just thinking about charity. We were talking about before the charity event that Valerie Malati just had for the Me Too movement.
Me Too movement, yes.
Right, that was a fantastic
It was
beautiful
Yep,
show.
it was
So-
done at
It
the
was-
IAC, the Italian American Club. Her and her
Yeah.
husband are doing this.
Joey Malati, who is a
Joe.
fantastic musician in his own right.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Joey Malati is the lead musician for
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow for
yeah.
over 35 years with Barry
Wow.
Manilow. He
Yeah.
still works with
I
Barry
think
Manilow.
Barry Manilow is
writes
coming
music.
back.
So
Yes,
there's,
he is.
Yeah, there's Valerie right there.
There I am
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Valerie at the hashtag Me Too movement, and what it's all about is to help survivors and
Of
victims
children
of
of
children's sexual abuse.
and
So it's a heck of a important charity, and Valerie herself, with the helping of her husband Joey Malati, did the music, and they're taking a musical to Broadway in New York.
in New
They're
York.
moving
Yeah,
the-
hopefully with
moving the show to New York.
they're doing a show. Hopefully, if they get funding, I know it's very expensive to do a show in New York. It's like $1 million a day
Wow.
per day to put on a production in Broadway. So hopefully they'll find some
New
supporters and
fundings,
sponsors who not just only believe in the cause, the charity, but the absolute incredible music
That
that
they
they
bring.
bring and the writing and everything, the production. It takes a lot of people to come together, but when you have all the finest chefs, you're going to have all the finest food. So
Yes.
likewise with this. So we wish Valerie much and
Yep.
Joey very much love and
Success,
well wishes
yeah.
and success with this Me Too movement and bringing their show to New York City. Broadway, I would go. I would pay.
I would too.
Absolutely go.
And
Yeah.
their show they did at the IAC, it was just August 3rd. And it was a beautiful performance. Joey was there, of course, several other performers on stage
Wow.
live. And they had a raffle, things like that, helping out the
Nice.
cause of hashtag
I love
Me
people
Too.
helping one another. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of other people that help things, a quick shout out to Sam Shockley, who owns Rainmaker Studios. She brings a lot of wonderful entertainers there to perform in her studio, and she's very much
Is
a
that the
giving, loving person.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, I thought
So
that's
so Sam Shockley
Sam Shockley. I think
yeah.
I seen that.
and
on
Patrick
Facebook.
Barney, yeah, are
Yes.
wonderful.
There's a lot of wonderful people here in Las Vegas.
There are. There
yeah,
absolutely-
including us.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, any last words before you go? Yeah, you are the best.
Mother, no, thank you. Humble, yeah.
Yeah.
Last words, just we like to. I would personally like to send a shout out to Rita Lim, Ashley Fuller, and Sage Waters, who are amazing people as well as great talents here. So if
I
you haven't
met
had
all
a
these
chance to see
people,
them,
yes.
they are fantastic, and we look forward to having them on the show as well,
Yes.
and your other
Show,
show
yes.
in the Woman's World show, and empowering strong, intelligent,
He is
bright,
actually
talented women.
Bringing in something really, really
Absolutely.
good.
So
Yep,
yeah.
I'd like to add to that. I'm a big fan of Rita and Ashley.
Yeah.
They're
Rita
amazing.
Lim and Ashley Fuller, and they both perform at the Piazza Lounge in the Tuscany,
Tuscany,
right on
right.
Flamingo. So it's easy to find, and there's a nice lounge in there. There's no cover charge. You just go in there and grab
That's
a table, or
wonderful.
you can make a reservation. And Rita performs every Sunday night from 7 till 11:30, and her pianist Dave Siegel, he is outstanding. His
amazing.
hands on the keyboards move so fast, and he has done work for Celine Dion, and the list goes on.
Uh-huh.
Boss Skaggs, many groups.
Steely Dan. I
Steely
think he
Dan.
doesn't even have to look.
Right.
It's just one of those things. He could probably be sleeping and play like a
Yeah.
perfect symphony.
It's like we
perfect
normal people
arrangement.
just say drive a car down the freeway or something. He's just playing the piano that way, looking up.
Yeah.
Joey Malati's the same way, plays several instruments. And then Ashley Fuller, she performs every other Tuesday
Wow.
in the same lounge, at the Piazza Lounge. She worked for the last 3 years for Jubilee, which was one of the longest running shows on the Strip, and she was the
Jubilee?
head singer
She's
for
one
Jubilee.
of my favorites. She's one of my favorite singers. I mean, she can sing at ranges. Her range is
Ashley,
so
right?
high
We're talking
and
about Ashley?
sustained.
Ashley Fuller.
Fuller.
Ashley
It's
Fuller.
so sustained, and she makes it look so easy. She has a beautiful, beautiful voice. I think she could sing pretty much anything.
Yes.
Yep.
And
There's
they're
no
also
doubt.
at the La Casa Cigar Bar.
Yep.
Which is if some people are afraid to be inside around people because of what's going on with the pandemic or something. La Casa Cigar Bar, it's outside, so there's fresh air. You're in Tivoli, which is in
Amazing.
Summerlin. It's beautiful, so you're surrounded by cobblestone streets.
Under
and,
the stars.
And under the stars, and in beautiful European, it's like Italy there. It's
Yes,
like,
it's
going,
beautiful.
And
Tivoli is
Rita's
just-
there every Thursday night and performs.
Thursday,
and again,
yeah.
no cover there. And
There
you
you
sit
go.
outside.
Quick
Under the
shout out to
stars.
Sage
Yeah.
Waters too. She's
A
very
newbie.
new.
Oh.
She's been here from California for
From
9
my
months.
neck of the woods.
But
She
she used to
comes
work
San Leandro.
with Prince. I mean, she's a vocal coach. She's amazing singer. So we've seen her. Fortunately,
Good.
she's had gigs where she's filling in for the wonderful Sandy Knight over at Capo's. She's also been at La Casa Cigar Bar. But we're trying to put our resources and connections together,
Yes.
get her more work because
Yes.
she is an up and coming star. I mean, she is
She's
Sage Waters
amazing.
is, and once again, down to earth like Ashley and Rita Lim, Ashley Fuller and Rita Lim and Naomi Morrow, just top tier talent that are very lovable people. So it's so exciting to see someone who has both the
Yep.
talent as well as very easy to talk to, loving people who mean well and want the best for other people. So I believe when you put yourself first, you're going to lead a certain place, but when you put others first, then you your life ends up so much better.
Yes,
You know,
it's actually a satisfaction when you're helping. You feel that satisfaction.
And
Yeah.
no matter how much success you have, you thank the people who helped you along the way.
Yes.
Because no one does it by themselves alone.
No,
you know,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's,
I always said that a single person win the game, but a group of people win championship.
yes. Or in the military, it's wins the war, right?
Yes,
so it takes
yes,
a group
yeah.
of people to win the
Yep.
yeah.
Takes it.
So
But then there's several shout outs we should do. Our mutual friend Mark Maynard, he does a tribute performance to Frankie Valli.
Frankie Valli, yeah.
Good old Four Seasons from the 60s. He
Yeah, he has
sings
a couple,
them all.
Yeah,
does
he's had
them
a
all.
couple of shows in California recently, but
And Palm Springs
also.
also,
Here.
yeah.
We're trying, we're gonna see if he gets back into Legends in Concert. That's where I first met him, 23 years ago.
Oh,
Does a
really?
fantastic Frankie Valli
Excellent Frankie
tribute.
Valli.
Yeah,
And
and then his
Frank-
wife or his
Lisa,
girlfriend,
his girlfriend.
Lisa Mascari, who owns Hand and
Hand and
Stone.
Stone.
Yeah,
And Henderson.
Spa. Yeah, I'm looking forward to go there and
Yeah.
getting maybe a facial or a massage there. But that's a great.
And then
great
so
place.
many other local artists. I probably should, like in the Academy Awards, don't start naming names because you're going to leave somebody out. Sal Santiago, Craig Cantor performs at the Cigar Bar. He's now got an every other Tuesday gig at the Tuscany at the Piazza Lounge. Oh God,
We
Mark's
mentioned Dean and Mala, who have their
Dark
not only the
Tuesday.
crooner
Oh,
show,
yes,
but
they're
their
gonna
Dark
be on
Tuesday.
on
So
my show.
they're starting to really be at different places. We even know on the weekends they do Dean Perry, who who owns the crooners and the crooners that sing with him, but he does his Don Ho show over at
Tiki.
at the Golden
The
Tiki.
Golden Tiki.
Remember we
Yes,
went there,
yes.
Maria, last
Mala and
week,
Dean.
and the food was really good. That's
Oh,
Friday and Saturday.
yeah.
That's an afternoon show. I think it's
And
like
the
4
drinks is
o'clock
good.
to 7 o'clock or so. But
The drinks is good.
Dean Perry is the only person in the world that does a Don Ho tribute show regularly. So
Oh my
he's,
God,
he's
their
good. So it's
voices.
nice if you're like me. I lived in Hawaii for 11 years, and I know that your family and your sister just moved from Hawaii here.
I don't have family out there now. I moved them
they're all
only
here.
there.
So to have to be around the Hawaiian music and to have the tikis and have Mala dressed up and doing her hula and they have another hula dancer and just to be around that type of upbeat, loving beach music,
Yeah.
Hawaiian music, it's fantastic.
Let
Yeah.
me put a press release for the Crooners Inc. They've got a show coming up August 25th at the Mint. The Mint is a old type lounge show. You walk in and you feel like you walked into a Las Vegas lounge act from the 1950s, 60s. Not that I was there, it's just photos I see. A small venue and all, nice stage, and they've got their backup band. This will be the 6th Crooners Inc. show that I've gone to see. I've seen them at the Mint, and they've also performed at the IAC, the Italian American Club. So Dean Perry heads it up, and Mal is there, and then there's 3 other crooners, Tony, Johnny Bird, J.C. Lopez, and that's and the new one, Lambus Perry.
Lambus Dean.
Lambus Dean.
Lambus Dean.
And they
Yeah.
do a variety show. Everyone's different. I've been told by my dear
Yeah.
friend Teresa Mala, I call her, but she goes by the name Mala here in Vegas, that it's going to be a sock hop type thing, a 1950s sock hop.
That's fantastic.
And again,
yeah.
great prices on tickets. If there's two of you going, it's $60 for 2 tickets. And I'm not going to say for sure this time, but every time I've gone to the Mint, they give you 2 free drinks. So my wife and
Yeah.
I go for $60 and get 4 drinks.
Yeah, the drinks alone
can't
is
beat
like
it.
$15,
Almost
$20.
a
Yeah,
2-hour
that's
performance.
Yeah,
great.
it's expensive.
Excellent
Yes.
singing.
What's
some
interesting
comedy.
because that show is going to be at the Mint is right on Sahara, near
Yes.
Sahara in Las Vegas
By the
Boulevard,
Golden Steer.
but by the Golden Steer, which is Vegas's oldest steakhouse, I believe.
World-renowned restaurant.
I've eaten in there a few times. It's fantastic. It's really expensive, but
Yeah.
it's fantastic. The food is great. The service is great. But they have the Frank Sinatra booth. They have the Dean Martin booth, and it's just you step back in there. It's in the same, I should say, strip mall.
It's a small strip mall.
But it's
Yep.
been around there since Vegas first became the entertainment capital
Between
The
Las
of the country. Now it's entertainment capital of the world. So
Yes.
Golden Steer, shout out to them. They have great food, great. It's a little pricey, but it's definitely well worth it.
Yeah.
And then 5 buildings down or so is where Dean and Mala's
Right.
show, the Mint. is gonna be
between
at the
Las
Mint.
Vegas Boulevard and the I-15 in the shadow of the Strat Tower.
Yeah.
You can look up and see the Stratosphere Tower up there.
Mhm.
But if you're interested in buying tickets, you can probably find them on crooners.inc.com
There you
and
go.
find tickets there and buy them online and show up. You give your name, they'll have your name on the list and seat you. And it's
Well,
a great show. Highly
Yeah,
recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
there's
you
a
tell
lot.
from our enthusiasm that
Yes,
we love
you know,
local talent? We try to
Exactly.
help them.
This is what Rise and Shine all about. Is actually
Yeah.
to give you guys information. But I just want to acknowledge my friend, one of they have show here at social media shows Vegas Fit. They do fitness coaching and they actually show different techniques of how to work out. And it's every Tuesday. I just want to acknowledge him because he said, say something. You're not saying anything. No, because you know what? These two guys right here know every single thing that's happening in Vegas. That's why we have our host, a regular host every Thursday now, because I know that he's gonna bring so much things. And the guy who is a party animal,
Right.
so you know he goes everywhere.
All the time.
He
Every
stays
day and night.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, guys, we're running out of time over here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh,
Thank you for having
Thank you for hosting with
Absolutely.
me.
Thank you.
It's an honor. And he's gonna be there also on the 18th on my first show for Let's Talk World. We have big names and big people that's coming out on Wednesday, August 18. I was gonna say December 18. August 18 at the Art House. It's closed, by the way, but if you actually reach out to us or reach out to one of the guests, they can bring you inside. It's closed on Wednesday. We are just doing this privately for now, but eventually we're gonna be opening it to the public. We're gonna be opening depends on how many live audiences are coming. We can
Uh-huh.
open the whole restaurant, but right now we are doing it privately, and it's gonna be an amazing show. So please, the flyer is coming out in few days. I hope I can get it out by tonight. The guests of the flyer, the guests of the show. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in on Rise and Shine Las Vegas.
Always good to see you, Maria.
Me
I hope
too,
we can
Robert.
do this again.
Yes.
I love
It's
it.
so
Rise and shine.
enjoyable.
We're rising up others, and they're
Yes.
shining. We're
Yeah.
we're trying to
You know
shine
what's
a light
funny?
on them.
In the morning, what I do after I put my dress and get up,
Mhm.
I do probably 10 seconds video and said Rise and Shine Las Vegas, and that's it.
Oh wow. It
Every-
sets the tone for the day.
Yes,
right?
yes. So it's Rise and Shine. And well, anyways, guys, I think it's time to go. Please like, share, subscribe on our YouTube and our website, socialmediashows.com. We have all the shows in there. You subscribe there, you see all the events that's actually events that we organize here in town. And I just want to actually say that or apologize to all the followers of the singles night event. We canceled the event this coming Saturday due to unforeseeable circumstances. But we are gonna be back doing the singles night in September. We do this once a month. Singles night is I'm not working for singles, and a lot of friends who are married actually come and just to support the event. So there's no,
That's great.
yeah. So we will be doing it. Normally we do it at Chanclas Cantina, but we are probably moving it to another location. Hopefully, it's the art house, so that we can have a little bit more. What I would say more. I don't want to say something because Chanclas is my home for a long time and I love them so much, and I know that I'm gonna be doing a lot of events out there still, but we are moving it to the art district. There you go. We are moving
Yeah.
it to the art district now, closer to Fremont. So
And maybe more space too.
Yes,
and
more
then for the
space.
performers to perform.
exactly,
Yeah.
yes. So
It's gonna be
yeah,
exciting.
singles night event is not happening this 14th, this Saturday. It's because I'm flying someplace. So and tomorrow please don't forget to watch In the Kitchen. You saw the
Oh,
taping.
it's wonderful. In
Oh,
the kitchen with,
my gosh.
with Ninan is
Oh,
amazing. A shout out
she's-
to Ninan.
I
She's-
wish
Hi,
I-
we
Ninon.
love her, Ninan.
She is outstanding. What a classy lady.
Her, and what's so
What's that?
interesting is a lot of people don't know. I mean, she's accomplished in her field, but when to see her 125 awards just in one room, and her Grammys and her, I mean, it was just the. But once again, she's very down to earth, very real, and she's interviewed quite a lot of our fellow entertainer friends, and she's just so shout out to Ninan.
Okay, there you go. I think I have some few of the trailer.
Ah.
I don't know if this is the right one, but I'll just show you this. Tomorrow in the Kitchen.
Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tarantino and Ninon. And of course, we're doing this show every week. Actually, Tarantino is in
This is my this is my
flowers,
layout.
and I added a rose to it, Tarantino.
So what's interesting there is Tarantino was in Georgia.
This is our little secret, isn't it?
Just remove this.
Yes.
Yes.
Was in Georgia, and Ninan was here, and wow, look at that. That was a lot of fun.
Technology.
And the food turned out really well. I
Yes,
mean,
yeah.
Ninan made fresh pasta, and we can talk about that, right? And
Yes.
and the steak, and we
Yeah.
got to try it.
Try
and it was
it.
very
Yeah, we're the
delicious,
first
so-
one to
so-
we're the first one to try it.
So
It's amazing.
I trust her cooking now. I wouldn't trust my cooking. I wouldn't suggest. My wife is a gourmet chef, so I don't even try to cook.
Well, you know what
But,
she is with the celebrity chef.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So she's
taken care of.
Do you cook? Are you a gourmet chef? Are you? No.
I don't
We'll leave
cook.
that to the artists, to the other people who know
Yeah,
how to do that.
exactly.
Right.
That's what I said. That's why I don't
Right.
sing, because I am surrounded with a lot of artists, singers,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't cook, and I have Chef Tarantino, those kind of
Yeah,
things.
surrounded by such talent, and
That's all
like
I need.
Robert will go to Buco de Beppo's and to eat out, and there's so many great restaurants here in Vegas to go to. It's unlimited. So,
And so many off the strip, out of the casinos.
Oh yeah, local
capos,
places. Yes.
Little capos, a
say
speakeasy
that-
on Sahara,
yeah.
a great little place with live performers in the evening.
That's-
Sage performs there.
Sage is-
Sage Waters, the newcomer from San Leandro, Bay Area, California. She's getting her name known because she has an outstanding voice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But we can go on and on and
Oh.
on
Yeah,
about all
but
the
we
different
want to
people that we
save
know.
for next show.
Speaking of on and on, how about the time Mike calls me one afternoon? Wife's just walking out to go to the store. 4.5 hours later, Mike and I are still on the phone talking. My wife comes home, and I says, "Yeah, I'm still talking to Mike. I think we
Wow.
solved every problem on the
I
planet."
think that's one of the longest
Let's-
conversations I've ever had in Vegas on the phone with someone, just talking about the amount of talent, the wonderful people that we're
Yeah.
meeting here, and the places we're eating.
Wow, yeah. These these guys, besides me, like
Sierra.
wonderful. They actually bring in so much value to Rise and Shine today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
But
you.
anyways, we have another Rise and Shine tomorrow with Chris Cook. So please follow and support us, and we'll bring you more that you probably don't know out there yet.
Chris Cook, he's hilarious.
He's a funny guy.
His dry humor, but he's so quick and witty, and yeah, he's fantastic. So that's tomorrow.
That's
right?
tomorrow
It's
at 9 a.m. But anyway, it's time to say goodbye to our
Okay.
followers.
Yeah, we wish everybody a wonderful, beautiful day. Don't we?
Have a great
Humble?
weekend wherever you are.
Oh, can we? Yeah, it reminds me, Casey Kasem, the legendary DJ,
Oh,
right? Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. That was his sign-off tag. So stay humble and loving. And Maria, we thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so
Here.
much.
It was so
Thank you.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.
देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमां देखो झूमता